Good morning, Year 4, and this is your video for if you've got this booklet on Thursday, the 14th of January. Now, for today's learning, we are going to be looking at page number 4, and that's all about place value and ordering. So it's thinking about the value of our numbers and then ordering them in either ascending or descending order. Okay, so let's have a little look at question 1. So it's asking us to shade in the box showing the smaller amount. Now you'll see that there are lots of boxes here, but you've got to look really carefully because for A, we've only got a choice of 2 boxes and we've got to shade in the one that is the smallest. Okay, so you can't use all of the boxes. We're just focusing on the 2 boxes next to each letter. So for A, it says 300 or 31 tens. Now you've got to make these into the same unit. So this unit is hundreds and this one is tens. Now I know that if I was to make 31 tens into hundreds, that would give me 310. So the smallest amount would be 300s. So you've got to look carefully at the 2 boxes and think about which one is the smallest. Okay, you haven't made it easy for you. Now, question number 2. It's asking you to arrange these numbers in order in the boxes. Now, for A, we're looking at the lowest going all the way up to the highest. Now, whenever I'm ordering numbers, I always start in my thousands column, the one closest to your left. But all of my thousands today are a 1, so the numbers are all 1,000 and something. So I can't use that to help me. Now I'm going to look in my hundreds column. I'm going to highlight those off just so I can see what numbers I'm looking at. So I've got 5s, 3s, 2s in there. So I know that when I'm ordering them from the lowest to the highest, that the first ones I'm going to look at is where my hundreds number is the smallest. So it's going to be 1,235 and 1,234. Now I've got to think which of those is the smallest. And I know that it's 1,234. And then once I've done those 2 numbers, I'll cross them off. And I'll look then for my next hundreds number. So I was in my 200s. So now I'm going to look for my 300s. And again, I can see 2 numbers that I've got a 3 in the hundreds column. So I'm going to then carry on figuring out lowest to biggest. But then for question B, you've got to do the opposite. You've got to order them from greatest to smallest. So that means from the biggest to the smallest. Now again, all of my thousands numbers are the same. They're all 5s. So I'm going to look at my hundreds column. And I'm going to start this time looking for my biggest hundreds number. Now my biggest hundreds number is a 5, so I'm going to look at those numbers. So I've got 1, 2, got 3 numbers with a 5 in the hundreds column. And now I've got to decide which of those is the biggest. So I'm going to look in my tens column. That one's a 5, that one's a 4, that one's a 4. So it must be 5,554. That's my biggest number. And remember to cross it off once you're done so you know which numbers you've used. And you're going to keep going all the way along until they're all completed. Now your final question, question 3, asks you to write down the largest and the smallest number you can make using these digits. Now that means you can only use these 4 numbers. So let's have a little go at that one, question A, all together. So we've got the digits 6, 1, 5, 4. And it's asking you to make the largest number. Now, if I'm trying to make the biggest number, I need to put my biggest digit first. So I'm going to go for 6,000. I'm going to go for my next biggest digit, 541. So I've put my numbers in order of their size, starting with their biggest. But then I've also got to make a smallest number. So this time we're doing the opposite. I'm going to put my smallest number first. So 1,456. Okay, and you've got 6 of those questions to have a go at. Now, once you've done today's learning, you're going to take a picture of it and send it across to the Year 4 email address, where a teacher will reply to you.